What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. Last night, before I went to bed, I hopped on a hangout that BGS L.A.R was having. Subscribe to his channel. Also, subscribe to Solo TV 84, O'Shea Duke Jackson, the Negro Manosphere, all of the people in it. Um, Plenty of other YouTubers. I'm not even going to get into it right now. I'm going to get into this topic. But he sparked the thought in me, a couple. And one thing he was talking about was subconscious self-hate. I'm going to talk about the men. I'm going to talk about the women. Should have flipped the coin on who I was going to start with. Men. Because we seem to focus on the women a lot. Subconscious self-hate is when you know, you're not consciously doing what you fucking up. You're subconsciously showing everybody you fucking up. It's just bubbling up to the surface. Our animosity towards each other. Now that doesn't happen when we get older. Like I don't hang around people who got an issue, but if you go out and brothers have this tension between each other that is like we're adversarial. That's the subconscious self-hate. You want to destroy another person, or you want to decapitate and dismantle and just take all of your human frustrations out on another person, on another brother, because you don't want to kick your own ass the way you should, so you got to take it out on somebody else. But at the same time, you're just really looking for somebody to check you, to put you in your place, to discipline you. Sometimes you got a death wish because you subconsciously hate yourself and you want somebody else to be responsible for putting you out of your misery. The subconscious self-hate shows in the narcissism, the vanity of of going broke trying to impress people. You know, the just dressing too over the top, too fashionable, too fucking expensive to going nowhere. You know, high end clothes to go out to a nightclub screams that you don't have any self worth. Matter of fact, being a label hoe screams that you don't have any self worth. Because if when you put on all these clothes and say, look how much money I got to spend on clothes, it screams this fool think those clothes make them more important than they are. You see, man made the money. Money never made the man. So, you know, a good man in a cheap suit is still a good man. A bad man in an expensive suit is still a bad man. So the over use of trying to be seen, to get attention, to feel like you the man, because it makes you stick your chest out, is the subconscious self-hate, because you don't feel like you the man. You need validation. And that insecurity, you crumble inside because you're not getting that validation, because you feel worthless, because everything you buy and everything you do is to exalt yourself, to feel better about yourself to strangers. And when that doesn't work, you ready to kill a motherfucker, because subconsciously you feel like your life sucks. So these clothes ain't helping it. These cars ain't helping it. This hypersexuality and conquering women, quote unquote, conquering women and sexual exploits ain't helping it. And the oversexuality is part of the subconscious self-hate. Because when you out just having reckless raw sex with all the diseases, forget kids. With all the diseases that can happen, you're trying to kill yourself. When we out here partying, popping bottles, to being excessive drunk, if you care about yourself, you're not going to constantly poison your body. The overeating, the smoking, the not taking your health seriously, the not being about your business as a man, not paying your fucking bills, not working, not having a work ethic, and thinking it's a come up to use other people. Because at some point that's going to be a confrontation. And you want that confrontation because deep down, you want somebody to beat your ass. And it bubbles up to the top in all of your actions and interactions. Ladies, that's why we talk about the hair. Because no matter how you slice it, you're trying to emulate white beauty standards. No matter how you slice it. That's what the hair is about. That's what the contacts is about. That's what the coloring is about. Also, because of the lack of self-love, that's what the sabotaging relationships is about. That's what the running towards dysfunctional relationships is due to the fact it's subconscious self-hate. Why would you go and consciously be with somebody that's going to really get you fucked up? Why would you gravitate to that consciously? You're not. Subconsciously, that's what you're doing. Because you feel like, you're not going to settle. You want a guy on your level. So if ain't shit is your level, you subconsciously gravitating to ain't shit. A little further, when it comes to feminism, our sister, y'all ladies don't have independence, their own independent Afrocentric stance in feminism, because subconsciously you're coming off. It's bubbling to the top that you don't want to be Afrocentric. You want to assimilate so badly and be accepted as an assimilation. You want to get the same pass the Irish and the Italians and some of the Hispanics have gotten. You want to be the $5 Indian that gets put into whiteness, because you don't necessarily love yourselves. So you say white people winning, so I want to win with them. But they're winning. The winning you talking about is based on hating you. So you gotta agree to hate you to join the party. And one of the most ironic parts of the subconscious self-hate to me is the passing on of it. See, you can't say it's not self-hate when you have people passing this down to their daughters. Baby, you too dark. Oh, baby, you got that bad hair. Oh, baby, they ain't gonna like you. Oh, we gonna have to straighten your hair for the boys to like you. You know what? You need to bring a white guy home, because y'all gonna have babies with the good hair. They gonna be light. They gonna have nice eyes. the passing down of colorism to a degree is the subconscious self hate, because you can't tell me when you have a problem, when your family has a problem, that two dark skinned people get together or two light skinned people get together. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a we gotta make it black, but make it non-threatening to white folks. That passing down that subconscious wanting to be accepted shit, it exists too much. It's a subconscious self-hate. And the problem with the subconscious self-hate is most people lack self-awareness because they're not trying to look at themselves. And not trying to ask the questions of why am I doing what I'm doing. So you wind up looking back at your life in retrospect and see how you've interacted with the world in a perspective of you didn't know you hated yourself that much that you interacted with the world and passed on your hatred to other people around you, your hatred for yourself. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I probably could have did this better, but I ain't got all night. So I'm out.